Yeah, I'm gonna say put out two disclaimers before I even begin. The first disclaimer is this. I know that there's a lot of videos and channels out there that talks about, you know, women and how to treat a woman and how a man should do this, that, and so forth. Two of them, for an example, being Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit. I want to tell you that I'm not trying to be like neither one of them. I'm just giving you my perspective, my experiences within dealing with women. And it's just that plain and simple. Second one is I can give you an idea of how a woman thinks and how a woman feels. I can give you an idea of how you should treat a woman, but ultimately, the only person that knows how a woman should be treated, how a woman truly thinks and feels, is a woman. That plain and simple. It's not complicated. So if you ever hear a man that swears up and down that he knows how a woman thinks, feels, to the T, you best to stop looking at that guy, because he's a liar. I've never in my life been a woman. So ultimately, I don't know factually how a woman thinks and feels. I can only give you my perspective, my experiences of what I've gone through as far as dealing with women. You got that? Let's go. It's always been this thing, you know. Why do good women chase after bad guys? And it's just plain and simple. The bad guys are adventurous. They're spontaneous. They're fun to be with. Yes, true indeed, the bad guy has its, you know, he has his pitfalls. You know, it's you know, at times negative to date the bad guy. But I'm telling you that these good girls weigh out the bad and the bad guy. And they cling on to the good guy, to the good in them. It's just that plain and simple. And let me tell you something, for you, all you quote unquote good guys out there that's trying to figure it out, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go more in depth on how bad guys win. They're normally fucking your girl, you good guys. And how you could become not so much a bad guy, but just taking the good parts or the good things that these bad guys do in order to keep your woman or to get a woman. So I'll just say this. The first thing is women love security. So if you're a good guy and you can't fight, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but you a punk, you a pussy. You can can it. You can can it. There's one thing we can't give you. It's heart. You gotta have heart. Right? But if you have heart and you can't fight, then I advise you to go to take up MMA, boxing, or some type of art of fighting in order to defend yourself as well as the female that you can potentially be with. And if you don't know how to fight, this is another thing. Security could be result in possessing a legal weapon. Now, for on the northern states, something different. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through a whole bunch of red tape in order to obtain a firearm. But here in the South, the southern states, it's nothing. As long as you don't have any type of domestic abuse, domestic violence, armed robberies and stuff like that on your rap sheet, or rather your criminal record, you can go in any type of store, gun range or whatever and pick up a rifle right now. And it just depends on what state you live in. Some require you to have a permit, such as in the state of North Carolina, to purchase a handgun, but others don't. So if you don't know how to fight, but you got heart, and you're not willing to learn how to fight, but you still want to protect, you know what I'm saying, the female that you're with or whatever, you know, if something were to happen, get you a firearm and learn how to practice shooting that. The next thing is sex. You knew we was gonna go there. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna talk about my Johnson, you know what I'm saying? But I got a nice piece, you know what I'm saying? My father blessed me with something nice, you know what I'm saying? And plus I can handle my shit, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it doesn't make a difference how, you know, the size, you know? I had a conversation with a dude, and this dude was like, yo, you know, all I use is Magnums. You know, as if, like, who gives a fuck? It don't make a difference how, you know, pause, you know, I ain't trying to go there like that, but it don't make a difference how big your joint is or whatever. I've heard these women have told me this shit all the time. Don't make a difference. And not like directly to me, like, you know, because they were saying, oh, you got a little small bit. No. I've had conversations with women. And they say this all the time. It doesn't make a difference how big it is, as long as that shit ain't like small. But for the most part, it doesn't make a difference how big or small or whatever have you. It's how you work that shit. And if you can't put in that work, then she ain't gonna wanna fuck with you. Especially if you a selfish ass motherfucker. And if you come quick, then guess what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to build up some type of stamina. You know what I'm saying? While you pumping, you might want to count or some shit. You know, count up to 100. While you pumping, you might want to ease off the pussy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then get back into it. Or maybe you may have to take like maca root, ginseng, the yahimbe root to keep your shit hard. I don't recommend, you know, what's that shit? You know, those other pills, you know, from pharmaceutical companies. I recommend the natural route. But you gotta be good in bed. And to be good in bed, you know, you gotta be in shape. We're gonna talk about that. That's the next thing we're gonna discuss. But you gotta be in shape. You gotta pick up your woman. You gotta be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? It's not just you pull her legs back and hit it like that. You gotta hit it from the back. You gotta hit it from different angles. And you can't just keep on doing the same. You can't do it the same way every time, because she's gonna get bored. She's gonna want you to hit that G-spot in different positions. And you gotta learn what's a G-spot. It's not just a vagina. Some women, it's her hips. If you touch like right where okay, so you got the hips right here, and then you have where the vagina, you know, kind of like where it curves into the vagina. If you touch that'll trigger them. Or some, you may blow on their neck or blow in their ear. You know, throughout the course of the day, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? When you walk past, especially she got a fat ass, smack on the ass. Say little nasty things to her throughout the course of the day. Text her and tell her what you're gonna do to her. What you wanna do to her. Make it so that she wants you just as much as you want her. That plain and simple. And you're not out to bust a nut before she busts one. And you gotta know the difference between a woman coming and having an orgasm. Yeah, true indeed, you can make a woman come, but an orgasm is ultimate. And this is the reason why she fucks with them good guys. What am I saying? My bad. Brain fart. She fucks with those bad guys. Because you good guys just make... listen, we being real, right? You just make a bitch come. But this bitch want multiple orgasms. And the bad guy can do it. And you may sit back and say, man, you don't know what you're talking about, and da-da-da-da, and this and that and so forth. Yeah, okay. But guess what? It's niggas that's in prison that served 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, got out, and is fucking your damn girl. It's obvious that nigga wanted something. For real, literally. A lot of times it don't have nothing to do with the money. It has something to do with your personality, how you treat a woman, how you talk to her. You know what I'm saying? How you say little things here and there, you know? Text her, you know, call her, and just let her know, hey, listen, I was thinking about you, this and that and so forth, but you can't go overboard on it. If you give her flowers on Monday, don't give it to her every fucking week. Then she gonna be like, yo, you a thirsty ass motherfucker. Let me get back on topic, you know what I'm saying, on point. Yeah, man, the sex has to be good. It does. In order for you to keep her, you're gonna have to not only put your women in different positions, but you're gonna have to role play. You can't just jump into the pussy. Dealing with the women that I've dealt with in my past, it's never been a moment where I could just whip my dick out and just stick it in her pussy. Nah, it was foreplay, you know? Like, I don't even want to get into my personal, affairs as far as on a sexual basis, but yo, I've done some of it all, Seriously, I've done porno flicks with my women, before we had sex, we've watched each other like it's nothing like watching each other. Like, do a porno with your girl. Straight up. That plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, while you in the bed with her, and she's on the phone and you on the phone and she's looking at something, and then, you turn on that flick that you did, that you recorded, right? And you watch it and turn it up. And she's gonna be like, yo, what you looking at? I'm like, you could be like, yo, I'm just looking at us fucking. God damn, man, your ass is just so fat. She gonna be turned on to that. I stopped looking at, yo, this is the best kept secret. I stopped looking at pornography. Fuck Pornhub. I created my own Pornhub. Because I think that when you look at another nigga fuck a chick, I think that's borderline gay anyway. I'm not there to look at another nigga's penis. So what I did is I created my own shit. So you could get dressed up, you know what I'm saying? She could be the motherfucking police officer and you getting arrested, vice versa. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And in between that, y'all looking at the fuck flick, all of that. Put that bitch on the flat screen TV you got. And if the children are, if the children are gone, that's even more perfect. Because you don't want to play that shit while the children are there. And if you don't have any children, that's 1,000% perfect. Turn that bitch up and look at each other. And before, it ain't nothing like fucking while you're looking at yourself and the woman that you're fucking on TV fucking. I'm trying to get y'all on game. I'm telling you. For all you good guys, if you're listening to me, let me tell you something. By the time I get finished with this video, if you listen to everything that I've said and do it, you ain't got to worry about them badass niggas catching the chicks anymore. Matter of fact, you're going to turn into the bad guy. And that's what I'm trying to get you to do. That's what I'm trying to get you to do. Being in shape is next. Got to stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? If you fat, you better get your shit right. If you skinny, you better get your shit right. You know what I'm saying? Because every woman has a personal preference. And true indeed, this is one big mistake that I will say that I admit that I've done in the past. That I tried to live up to a particular woman's standards, or rather preference, or should I say type. And I could never live up to that. You understand? Because she was like, my type is 6'1", da-da-da-da. What? God damn it, I'm never gonna be 6'1". So if her type, her preference is impossible, like if she likes a dude with a straight nose and your shit is big like mine, walk away. But if it's attainable, and she says I like a man with pecs and you got flabby titties, get your dumb ass in the gym. See, this is the problem. We don't work hard enough in order to get the type of female that we want. But I tell you what we will do for... Well, y'all got me tripping. I'm going to be real, though. I'm going to tell you what we will do for a Hellcat. Y'all know what that is. For, what is it, a Dodge Hellcat. We'll work and bust our asses off for that Hellcat. And the funny thing about it is, at the end of the day, who do we want to show off once we get that Hellcat? Who do we want to see us in that Hellcat? The dudes so they can hate, and the broads. And I could tell you, yo, seriously, a Hellcat, what, run you $60,000, $70,000? What I'm talking about ain't gonna run you but so much. All you need is a gym membership and scaling back on the chips and the cookies and all the bullshit that you eat. McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, and yes, I said Chick-fil-A. Get your ass in shape. See, I'm not on the market right now. And the reason why, well, one of the reasons, let's say one of the reasons why, it's because I gotta get my shit right. Now, some people may say, well, damn, you homeless. No, I'm talking about I gotta get my shit right. Like, I need my shit to be perfect. You see, what I'm trying to get you all to understand, it's not just one thing that a woman looks out for. It's multiple things, and you gotta be straight across the board. Because even with the bad guys, she's gonna eventually walk the fuck away. Because it's going to be something that the bad guy lacks. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that you need to have all of it. So she definitely won't go anywhere. Because women are ultimately faithful, believe it or not. If they're focused on what they want and you have what they want, she ain't going nowhere. That's plain and simple. So let me get back. So you definitely have to be in shape. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You want your woman to have nice toes. You want her to have nice firm titties and a big fat ass and hips and nice juicy pussy. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just being real. Don't you think she wants some shit from you? You can't be walking around finger popping her with your dirty ass nails. You can't be walking around, you talking about she wants some, you want nice toes because you got a fat feet fetish and your toes are fucked up. It look like you got 6 toes instead of 5. Because that 6 toe is just a big ass corn and shit. Resting on the side of your foot. Like that. So you have high expectations on how you want your female to be physically. She can't. For you, the same. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, fit into your shirts. And I don't mean fit fat into your shirts. Fit into your shirts. I'm not telling you to go out there and look like The Rock. Or Arnold Schwarzenegger, no shit like that. But at least look like something. Well, she could say, well, you know what, my man, you know, his chest ain't that great, you know, but he got some nice arms. He got some nice legs. That's another thing, too. You built ass motherfuckers, including the bad guys. Motherfuckers be built as a motherfucker. Niggas that get out of prison, and motherfuckers like... What are them things that you eat with Chinese food? Those, I forgot what they call them. You know what I'm talking about, those 2 sticks. That's how the motherfuckers' legs look. Yo, I make sure, like, just for real, this the irony of it. You know, straight up. Like, just today, I was motherfucking doing deadlifts, squats, all that. All that. And that's another thing, too. Your testosterone levels have to be up to par. And doing squats and deadlifts, that will boost your testosterone up. Taking supplements such as vitamin D3, iron, zinc, calcium, magnesium. You gotta be healthy. Yo, I'm in the gym, I'm not lying. When I want to get my shit right, straight up, all I think about is pussy when I'm in the gym. And if it's a woman in there, and I can focus on that woman's body, physique, and all of that, even though I may not want to get with her, she may not want to get with me, I just imagine her, not in a sexual way, but I imagine that that's my female and I'm trying to impress her. So I work harder and harder and harder and harder. But I think for the most part, your priorities is mixed up when dealing with a female. So health, money. You gotta have some type of money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the gold diggers. I'm not talking about them dumbass chicks that's on Instagram, the Instagram models. I'm talking about a regular female. If you got some money, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot, just enough for you to cover your bills, your expenses, and every now and then you take her out, she'll settle for that. You don't have to drive the biggest and the best car. She'll settle for a nice Honda Accord. As long as it smells good, you keep it clean. You don't have to have a fucking 800 credit score. Just as long as you don't have any type of evictions or what you call it, repos, shit like that on your credit. You ain't gotta have the most money in the world. You gotta make her laugh. You gotta be damn near a comedian. A woman loves to laugh. If you can't make her laugh, then that's the reason why she ain't with you. Plain and simple. Another thing too is, you have to definitely, this is a motherfucking, if you ain't listened to anything that I've said, please listen to this. You have to be unavailable at times. You have to say no at times. Straight up. You cannot oversaturate yourself. She cannot be used to seeing you. Even when if you were to live together with her, you can't be cuddled up on her all the time. She has to miss you. If your girl ain't texting you and saying, baby, where you at? What you doing? Nigga, I can tell you, you ain't doing nothing, anything right. Plain and simple. Hygiene. Hygiene. Wash your ass, motherfucker. And not with just one rag. Yo, women are paying attention to everything that you do. Everything that a man does. Hygiene. Make sure that your hair is clean. I wash my hair once a week. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I put natural oils in my hair like tea tree oil, peppermint, lavender. You understand? So my hair smells good all the time. That's another thing too. A man's scent. You know, I've been with several different women, and I'm not lying. One of the women that I was with, this is my word, she had a boyfriend. And I was like, yo, you crazy. But one day, one night, I crept over, hit it. She was foul too, you know what I'm saying? I was hitting it from the back, and while she was talking to her man on the phone. He worked third shift. So I'm trying to tell you, he was a quote-unquote good guy. But I always wear oils and I always smell good, no matter what. You gonna smell me before you even see me. You understand? And I remember one particular night, she was like, yo, could you just take whatever oil you use and put it on my pillow? Because I just want to smell you all the time. And she could have got in trouble for that with her man, but she didn't give a fuck. So you gotta have a scent. You gotta smell good. Hygiene. You gotta wash your ass. You gotta wash your hair. You gotta brush your teeth. You don't have a beautiful smile? And I'm not talking about the fucking hoes. I'm not talking about them dumbass bitches that like niggas that got gold teeth all in their mouth and all the rest of that shit. And there's nothing wrong with a man having gold teeth, as long as you can take it out and brush your teeth. The ones that got them in there, in that mouth like that, permanent, I don't even want to go there. But anyway, I don't know any real woman would date a man that had permanent gold teeth. Straight up. Like, I would never take my... Anyway, yes. Hygiene. What am I missing? I think that's about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, you got to do things that you may not like doing, such as cuddling, going out, holding hands, walking in the park, and different things like that. But for the most part, I think I covered everything, man. I hope that I helped you all out. I could have went a little bit more further, but we going on damn near 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And man, women are complicated. And I mean complicated in a way where it's not just, you can't just wrap this shit up in 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think that I went over a lot of the things that will keep that woman by your side. Let me know what you all think, men as well as women, in the comment section of this video. Other than that, I want you to like, of course, comment as usual. Subscribe, definitely share this video. Peace.